Hello, everybody. This is Gustavo, exam coach. The other day, one of my students asked me a question. He's training with me, preparing for the TOEFL examination. He's a native Spanish speaker himself, but he's quite fluent using English. He asked me, Hey, Gustavo, why is it that I have a hard time preparing my answers for the questions in the TOEFL speaking section? Yeah, I was supposing that since I'm quite fluent speaking English, I should do this almost automatically. All right, this is an interesting question, a question that many candidates to the TOEFL actually wonder about in, you know, puzzlement because they think that the fact that they feel comfortable using the language, they are fluent using the language and can express their ideas quite efficiently in English, makes them automatically also good or very prone to excel in the exam. The TOEFL has several types of speaking questions. Probably in the first one, which is called an independent speaking task, people like my student will have a lot of success because they're supposed to deliver a response and they can extend themselves on their response using their own ideas and background knowledge. So it's like uh, as long as you're aware of the time you have to organize your ideas and your response, no problem. But what about the so called integrated speaking tasks? These tasks are a different story. For the integrated speaking tasks, you need to not only know how to use a language, not only um, make a good use of grammar and vocabulary, and have a good pronunciation and accent, you also need to know how to organize and allot time to different parts of your response. If you don't really practice and learn about certain structure or template, so to speak, in which you can cover all aspects of your response. For example, when reading um, a notice or announcement, then listening to a conversation, you may think that as long as you uh, speak about the conversation or the contents you just heard, it's okay as long as you deliver enough amount of speech, so to say. But that is not true. It's not just that you need to speak for as much as you can for the minute you are given for your response. It's very important that you learn to organize and structure your idea in an efficient way. You need to have an introduction. You need to have a second part for your response in which you highlight the most important aspects of the passage you read, and then finish with the most important considerations of the listening passage. But what should your introduction be like? In your introduction, you don't need to go into detail immediately. You need to make a statement that shows how clear it is in your mind the relationship between the announcement you read first and the conversation that followed. So, if you do this, when you deliver the information in your response and practice several times this structure, you will be able to deliver an effective response.